Good morning. So we are discussing the packages. So in the previous sessions, we have seen the user-defined packages, and we have created some user-defined packages, and we have come to the predefined packages. So we are discussing and verifying the what are the packages available in Java. So we have explored the language package java.lang.asterisk. So we are discussing the language package. So we have seen the main features of language package. So the language package LANG consists of mainly object class. So universal superclass. Object class is known as universal superclass. So we have seen the what are the what are the classes available in the language package, and we have seen the object class also, universal superclass. So in that object class we have so many methods. We have 11 methods. So we have seen the all the 11 predefined methods available in the class object, universal superclass object. So we will call the object class as universal superclass. And then we have seen the math class. So math class is basically provided for mathematical operations, mathematical methods, for trigonometric equations, and then uh, power e power x logarithms. For each and every mathematical operation, we have some methods. So the available methods are discussed in the previous sessions. So and the next concept is enum, enumeration. So in C and C++, you come across these enumerations, enum. So here Java also supports the enum. So enum means enumeration. Enumeration means collection of some constants. So enumeration is nothing but collecting the similar objects, or collecting the some constants. So like interface, in enum also, it's a collection of some constant values, collection of some literals. So initially Java versions doesn't support the enum. So after Java 5, enum concepts are introduced into the Java packages. So here, let us see the declaration, how the enum will be. So this is the syntax for enum. So like a class. So enum is a special type of class. We can treat the enum as special type of class. So same syntax is same. So class name, enum name, interface name. Same, these are all about the looks so similar to classes. Enum, here keyword is enum, enum, enum. So it's a short form for enumeration. So if you want to define any enumeration constants, so we have to follow this syntax, enum space enum name. So enum name also starts with the capital letters. So we may have the small letters also, but the convention is, so we are assuming this as a class. So we can use the capital letter, uppercase letter, and then in the braces, like a class, the enumeration has enumeration constants. So these things are known as enumeration constant. So enumeration constants are always in a capital letter. So always put it in a capital letter, uppercase letter. So here in mechanical workshop or something, we have mechanical tools. So here he's listing out all the mechanical tools available: file, piler, screwdriver, hammer, puncher, drill. So all these things are enumeration constants. So we are placing as a enum. So brackets open, brackets close. So how can you access these enumerations? So enumerations can be accessed by using this syntax. Enumeration can be accessed by using this syntax. So here enumeration name is tool. In general, so general syntax is, we'll follow the syntax class name space object name is equal to new space so 1 minute. I think I have not shared the screen. So is it okay now? So this is the syntax for enumeration. Enum space enum name. So we have the curly braces. Within that curly braces, we have to give the enumeration constants. Enumeration constant. Here, name is tool. So we have several types of mechanical tools. So here I am listing out all the tools available. So these are known as enumeration constants. Enumeration constants. So how can you access these enumeration constants? So enumeration constants can be accessed by creating some object. So we can create an object like this. Tool1 is equal to new space tool. So this is the syntax for creation of any object. So this is the syntax for creation of any object. So here enumeration constants can be accessed by using this syntax, similar to that syntax, but we don't have any new operator here. So without new operator, we can access the uh, enumeration constants. So here the syntax is enumeration name tool, some variable or object tool1 is equal to tool.file. This is very important. How we can access the members of enum tool.file. If you want to access the file means tool.file. If you want to access the screwdriver means tool.screwdriver. So you can access by using the dot operator. Enumeration name, enumeration identifier dot enumeration member. So these enumeration members are accessed with respect to the enumeration name, tool.screwdriver, tool.hammer, tool.punch, tool.drill. So this is the convention. We generally adopt this one. And then, so we can have this type of syntax also. Similar one, tool, t is equal to tool.py. So this is same as this can be written in a single line. Tool is equal to tool.py. So this is same as previous syntax. So I'm creating a variable t of type tool. So we can have the data type name as class name or interface name or enum name. So enum name is tool t. So in that enumeration, we are accessing the piler, tool.piler. So this is how we can access the enumeration. So these are the basic things in enumeration. So let us see some programs regarding enumerations. So simply check this syntax. Example, enum space enum name. So in the enum, we are giving some constant values, low, medium, high. So this is some constant values. We can access the enum members by using the enum name dot medium. If you want medium, enum name dot medium. If you want high, enum name dot high. So like that, we can access the enum members. So enum can be declared inside the class as well as outside the class also. So anything can be done. Enum can be declared as interface. Interface can be declared at the starting of the program. starting of the program. So our interface can be a part of a class also. So that is possible in enum also. So enum can be treated as class, special type. We can call it as a special type of class. So enum constants are widely used in the switch case. Switch case operations, we can widely use the enum operations. And then to access the enum operations, we have two functions. We have two methods, two predefined methods available to access the members of the enum. The methods are values of and then values. So these are the two methods used to access the enum members. So these two methods are predefined. So predefined in the package lang language. So we have the enum class also, predefined class enum. So in the enum class, we have two methods, values of and then values. Values of and values. By using these two methods, we can access the enum members. So let us see the examples. So let us see some examples regarding this. So this is the simple enum program. So let us check this program. So here I am defining the enum. So this is the enum definition. So here I am defining the enum. So the syntax is enum is a keyword. Enum is a keyword, and then tool is the enum name. So like a class is a keyword and tool one is a class name. So like that same syntax enum name, and curly braces. And curly braces in between that we can give the enum members. So here all the enum members should be capital letters, uppercase letters, so that we can easily identify the this is the enum value, this is the enum member. So we can easily identify the enums by viewing that the enum names are in uppercase letter. All the things are uppercase letter. So in the C or C++, we can give the constant values. So in the start, after hash include stdio.h, we can give the hash define pi is equal to 3.14, pi space 3.14. That means that constant letters will be given as uppercase letter, pi. Pi is given as capital letters. That means we can the programmer can identify that. So this is then some constant value. So this is some constant value. You can't change the value. So like that, the programmer can identify these things. So that's why all the members can be capital letters. So this is the one variation in the enum definition. So we can have so many variations in the enum definitions, so that we can see in the coming sessions. So this is a simple thing, simple definition of an enum. So we have defined an enum. So then I am creating a class, main class, public static void main. That means we need a driver class. So I am creating the class, driver class, and then I am going to accessing the enum members. So the syntax is enum name tool, variable name t1, tool.pyler. So I am going to accessing the pyler. Next tool t2. I am accessing the drill. Same, I am tool t3. So this is one way. So we have so many 3 ways to access the enum members. So accessing one. So this is accessing 2, second way. And then third way is this one, accessing 3. So all 3 variations is given in this program. So any enum member can be accessed by any of these ways. So we can have this method or this method, we can have this method. So in any of these 3 ways, we can access the enum members. So this is the simple one, tool.driver. If you want piler means tool.piler. Tool is a enum name, not a class name, enum name. So we can have the value of method. So we have said that we have two methods to access the members of the enum. First one value of, second one values. So first one value of, second one values. So by using these two methods, we can access the members. So first one, T3 is equal to tool dot value of hammer. So we are going to accessing the hammer here. Value of that is the method. So in that method, we are passing the string as parameter hammer. So this is one way. And then I am printing the all T1, T2, T3. I am printing the T3, T1, T2. And then the third way is by using the for each loop. By using the for each loop, we can print all the constant values, all the enum members. So if you want to print all the enum members, we can use the values method. If you want to print only single member, we can use the value of method. So there is a slight difference between values and values of. So values method is used whenever we require to print all the array of members, array of elements. That means all the enum members. Then we will use the values method. So if you want to use a single member, then we can use the value of method. So let us see how we are using the for each loop. So for each loop, I am defining the variable tn of type tool. So tool is the enum name. So I am defining a variable of type enum tool, and then I am using the collection. So here I have to give the collection name. So here collection is tool.values. Here tool.values of. Tool.value of. Here tool.value. And then I am printing the tn. So all the members will be displayed in the output. So is there any doubts in this? Do you have any doubts in this? So value of అనేది కూడా ఒక method. Value of is a method which is used to access the any one member from the enum tool. That means here enum name is tool. The tool has so many enum members. So if you want to access any one member, then we can use the value of method. So if you want to print all the members means all the enum members means we will use the values method. So let us execute this one. Java C program name is, the program name tool1.java. Java C tool1.java. So no errors. Java tool1. So we got some compilation runtime error. Tool1.java. So here we got the output. So here T3 is printed, T1 is printed, T2 is printed. So all these things are printed by using the values method. File, piler, all these things are printed. So if you want to print any one member means we can use the value of method. So if you want to print all these members, so here this one, file up to file to drill. So these are the enum members. So all these members are printed. All these members are printed. So by using all these members are printed by using the values method here. Values method here. If you want to print all the values means we have to use the values method. So here I am printing the single one, single member. Then I can use the value of method. So this is some a basic thing regarding the enumeration. So this is the basic things regarding the enumeration. So in this program, we just created an enumeration. And then we have defined one class. So in that class, we are going to accessing this enum member. We are going to accessing this enum member. So this can be done through value of and then values, or we can directly have this one also, tool.pyler, tool.drill. That can be done, that can be accepted. So this is the one variation in the enumeration. So in the enumeration, we have the enumeration constant. So we said that enumeration constant. So these enumeration constants can have some parameters also. That means file parenthesis 10, pyler parenthesis 20, screwdriver 31. Like that, we may have the some other values also. So that let us see one more program. So let us check this program. So here, so I am defining an enumeration, enum students, enum student. So this is my enumeration. So this is the enum definition. So how I am defining, let us see. So enum students, enum name is students here. So braces opened here, braces closed here, braces closed here. So what is happening? I am defining the constants student names as constant: Hari, Sai, Roja, Priya. So I am going to define the three enum constant: Hari, Sai, Roja, Priya. So in previous example, we have only these constant values. We don't have the arguments. We don't have the arguments. So in the previous example, we have defined, so in the last, in the enum members, we have defined only Hari, comma, Sai, comma, Roja, comma, Priya. Roja, comma, Priya. So simple. So this is the enum definition. But here we are going to pass some parameters to this enum constants. We are passing some parameters. We are going to pass some parameters here. Hari, within the braces, some parameters. We are passing the parameter as some value. Suppose if you want to pass the ages, Hari age 25, Sai age 24, Roja age 25, Priya age 24. So like that, if you want to pass the parameters, means we can pass. So this is possible in enum. Okay, Naya? So here I am passing the single parameter. So if you want to pass another parameter, comma. Suppose his age, and then if you want to have his address, means we can have. Address means some string value. Elur. Like that, we may have any number of arguments can be passed. So like that, we can have any number of parameters can be passed. So if you want to access these parameters, so we need a constructor here. So we need a constructor here. If you want the parameters to be passed as arguments, then we need a parameter. We need a constructor here. So enum can have the constructor here. So in this example, I am creating some enumeration constant: Hari, Sai, Roja, Priya. So here I am passing the two parameters: grade value and then status. Grade means 80%, 90%, 25%. 76%. And then I am passing the status, whether the student is promoted or demoted. Promoted, demoted, promoted. So I am going to pass the two parameters. So each enumeration constant has two parameters. 80, 80 means grade and status. So I'm defining all these parameters, and then at the end we have to keep the semicolon. So I have defined the all the members. In the previous example, we don't have the semicolon. We don't have the semicolon. Simply we can close the member. We can close the enumeration. But here we need to define the constructor also. We need to define the constructor also. That's why we are not closing here. Actually, we have to close here. We have to close here, but we are not closing here. There are some more things to do here. That's why I am giving the semicolon, not the end of the block, semicolon. So here, so I am defining the two variables, grade, status. I am defining the two variables, grade and status. So grade is of type int, status is of type string. I am given the string. So there is no color in the string as data type int. Int has blue color. Color is changed. That means all the keywords colors are changed. So here string is not a keyword. String is not a data type. So string is a class name. Class name. So we are using the class name as data type. That's why there is no color change here. So I am initializing the values. So after defining the enum, we have to initialize the values. That can be done through the constructor. So this is the constructor. So class name and constructor name should be equal. So here class is students. So this can be treated as class, enumeration name. So same enumeration name can be given to the constructor. So students int g string st. So grade is equal to g, status is equal to st. Grade is equal to g, status is equal to st. So I am closing the constructor. So this is the constructor. To access all these members, all these arguments, in order to access all these arguments, we need a constructor. We need a constructor. So by using this constructor, we can access the members, or we can initialize the members. So this is the end of the enum definition. So is it clear? So then move on to the class, driver class. So here this is the driver class. So I am defining the class. So public static void main method. And then I am going to print all these things. So here I am going to print all these enumeration constant values. That means we need a for each loop. So in the for each loop, I am defining a variable of type enum students. So here I am going to print all the values. So values of students enumeration, students dot values. So here I am going to print so here the student has two parameters, two arguments passed. So one argument is grade, another argument is status. So I have to print all these things, these two things. So here variable is s dot grade, s dot status, s dot grade, s dot status. So if you won't define this constructor, the program will not execute. So if you won't define this constructor, the program will not execute. So the values are initialized based on the constructor. So if you define this constructor, then only the values can be accessed. S dot grade, s dot status. So this is the another way to pass the arguments to the constructor, to the enumeration values. So let us check the output for this. So class name is student grade. So no errors. So here I have printed the 80 promoted, 99 promoted, 25 demoted, 76 demoted, promoted. So all the enumeration constants are printed here. So is it okay, this program? So this is another way of giving the values to the enumeration constants. So there is a small assignment for you. So here only the grade values are printed. The values only printed. 80 promoted, 99 promoted, 25 demoted, 76 promoted. So here enumeration constant values are printed. Actual enumeration name is Hari, Sai, Roja, Priya. So these values are not printed here. So how can you print those values? So you can try this. You can think of it and try this program. So this is one way. So first way is we can simply pass the parameters Hari, Sai, Roja, Priya. So if you want to pass the each parameter, each enumeration constant with some parameters, we can pass. So that can be done. That can be achieved by using the constructor. So this is the another implementation of the enumerations. So let us have one more thing. Methods as enumerations. So we can treat the enumeration as the main class. That means, let us see this example. So let us see this example. So I am defining an enum compute. I am defining an enumeration compute. So I have opened the enumeration. So this is all the body of the enumeration. Let us see this. So the bracket is ended at the end. So all the things are defined in an enumeration. So we are not defined any class. We have not defined any class here. We have not defined any class. So each single enumeration can have the can be implemented itself. So there is no need of class to implement all these enumerations. So within the single enumeration, we can have the implementation part also. So let us check this one. So here, enumeration names are add, multiplication, power. Add, multiplication, and power. So these are the enumeration members. So in the previous examples, what we have done is, so in the first case, we have simply defined the enumerations as like this. First method, add, mul, second method, power. So we have defined the enumeration. So this is the first case. This is the case one. First way of using the enumeration is this one. Next way is what we have done is case 2. In the second case, what we have done is we have passed the parameter. We have passed the parameter 20 comma 4, add comma multiplication 44 comma 5, and then power 3 comma 4. This is the second way of declaring of enumerations. So now we are going for third case. So third case is so we are passing the parameters. We just passing the parameters. So if you want to define the method, you can treat this as some method also. That means add is a some method, comma multiplication has some method, some block of statements to execute. Power is a one method. some block of statements will be executed. So this can be done. So this is the third case. So in the first case, we don't pass any value. In the second case, we have passed some arguments. Just we have passed some arguments to that constant. In the third case, we are not passing any value. We are implementing some logic here. So in the add, we have some method. In the add, we have some method to define. So that means the method starts with the capital letter. It has some method. Some return statement, something. Return R. So like this enumeration constant has some method. The method will return some value. So that can be treated as some constant value, enumeration constant value. So this is the third way. Here we can pass the method output. So let us check this one. So here add is an enumeration. So here add is an enumeration constant. So here I have opened the enumeration. So here we have some block of statements to be executed. That's why we are using the parenthesis, not parenthesis. We are using the braces. So in that braces, I am defining the method result. So result will have the output of type double. So I am passing the two parameters a comma b. So I am returning a plus b. A plus b of type double. So this is the method definition. So within the enumeration constant, we have some method. So likewise multiplication, same method result. So here method overloading is happening. Same method name, same signature, and same return type. Everything is same. A into b, and then power. So math dot power of a comma b, and then we are using the semicolon. So just we have defined these members. So there is much more things to do. Define the enumeration. So that is this one. I am invoking the method result, abstract method, double a comma double b. So the public static void main. So this can be treated as enum can be treated as class. That means the class name is compute. That means enum compute. We have given the enum name as compute. So that can be treated as class also. So in that only I am giving the public static void main. So here I am giving the values 10 comma 2. So in order to perform all these things, we need a for each loop. So I am defining a variable C of type compute. So compute dot values, system dot out dot println C dot result a comma b. So the output will be displayed. So let us check the output. Java C compute.java. So I think capital C. So output will be displayed a plus b, a into b, a power b. So this is the one method. So we have three variations. First one is simply we can give the define the values, and then second method is we can pass the parameters. Third method is we can have the methods in that. We can have the methods also. So the one of the most application is it is used in the switch case. So in the switch case, these enumeration constants are widely used. So here I am defining let's see another program. So this is the another program, enum shape, triangle, square, rectangle. So I have defined the three enumeration constant, triangle, square, rectangle. So I am defining the class. So in that class, I am defining a variable shape, instance variable shape of type shape. Shape is an enum name. So I am defining the variable shape. So here I am using the switch case, not switch case. Here I am using the some constructor. So enum switch1, I am passing the parameter shape. This dot shape is equal to shape, just initialization. So this is the initialization, and then I am defining one method property. I am defining one method property. So in this property method, I am using the switch case. Switch shape, I am passing the shape value, case triangle, case square, case rectangle. So case triangle, system.out.println 3 sides. So I am printing it as 3 sides. Same break, braces closed, case square, this is square, case rectangle. So this is the switch case implementation. Whether we have the constants triangle, square, rectangle, enumeration constant, then we can use this concept in the switch case also. And then public static prime. In order to implement that, we need a main method. So public static void main. So in that I am creating an object T, triangle for tree, S for square, R for rectangle. I am creating 3 objects. So by using that object, we are invoking the method property, T dot property, S dot property, R dot property. So this is how we can implement the enumeration constants in the switch case also. Let us check the output. So the program name is enum switch1. Jasi enum switch1.java. So compile. So output is printed 3 sides, 4 equal sides, 4 different sides. So s dot property, r dot property, and then another variable is t dot property, triangle for t dot property. So we have defining the method property here. We are defining the method property here. The property method will be executed whenever if you call the triangle method has to be displayed. If you call the square has to be displayed. If you call the rectangle has to be displayed. So this is one of the application program where the enumerations will be widely used. So this is the all about the enumeration. So in today's class, we have discussed about the enumerations. So different ways of enumerations. So we have implemented the enumeration with the simple one, and then we have passed the parameters, and then we have defined the method also. So these are all about the enumerations. So here we have used the 2 methods, values and value of. So we will use the values method very effectively. So this is all about the enumeration. So do you have any doubts? This is one of the very important class in the language package. Language package are different classes. So enum is one class. Object is a class, math is a class, enum is also one of the class. So in tomorrow's class, we will check the wrapper classes and auto boxing and auto unboxing. So any doubts? Okay, thank you.